Most gardeners think that a low-light garden is a disadvantage. Less light means fewer choices. But that is not true. There are plants that not only tolerate shade, but actually grow better in these conditions. A low-light garden is not wasted space. It is a different environment, an environment suited for special plants that most gardeners do not know about. Some of them have high value, some are very nutritious, and many are almost never commonly grown. In this video, you will discover 9 plants that are very well suited for low-light gardens. These are plants that most gardeners have never tried, but when you understand them properly, you can use your low-light space to create value that many people miss. My name is William. I am 70 years old this year. Before continuing, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Now, let's begin. 1. Ginger. Ginger is one of the most common foods. Almost everyone has used it. But very few people know that ginger actually grows better in low-light environments. In nature, ginger does not grow in direct sunlight. It is an understory plant in tropical forests. It grows beneath large trees, where the light is filtered and the temperature stays stable. Strong sunlight, especially in the afternoon, can burn the leaves and slow the development of the rhizome underground. Meanwhile, light shade helps the plant retain moisture and grow more evenly. What makes ginger special is how easy it is to grow. You do not need complicated seeds. Just a piece of ginger with buds, place it in moist, loose soil, and keep it in a shaded area. After a short time, the plant will begin to sprout. In terms of value, ginger is not just food. It is also one of the most researched plants in medicine. There are thousands of studies on its ability to support digestion, reduce inflammation, and boost the immune system. This means that right in your low-light garden, you can grow a powerful food and medicinal source that most people are buying from stores. 2. Sorrel. Sorrel is a vegetable that most gardeners do not know about. But in high-end restaurants, it is a familiar ingredient. What makes sorrel special is its flavor. Its leaves have a light sour taste, similar to lemon, very fresh, very distinctive. But more important is how it grows. Sorrel does not like intense sunlight. When grown under strong sun, the plant becomes stressed and quickly bolts. This makes the leaves tougher and lowers their quality. In contrast, in low-light conditions, the plant grows more slowly but more steadily. The leaves are softer. The sourness is more balanced. This is a perennial plant. You only need to plant it once. After that, it will come back every year without replanting. You can harvest continuously by cutting the outer leaves. The plant will keep growing. One notable point is that sorrel requires very little care. Once established, it is drought tolerant. It has few pests, and it adapts well to many types of soil. This is a clear example that a low-light garden does not reduce plant quality. In some cases, it actually improves it. 3. Turmeric. Turmeric is a familiar plant, but the way it grows is often misunderstood. In nature, turmeric does not grow under direct sunlight. It belongs to the same group as ginger. It grows under forest canopies, where light is low and humidity is high. When grown under strong sun, the plant can develop dry leaves and grow more slowly. Meanwhile, low-light conditions help maintain stable moisture. This is very important for the development of the rhizome underground. Turmeric has been used in medicine for thousands of years. Its main active compound is curcumin. This is a compound that has been widely studied for its ability to help reduce inflammation and protect the body. One lesser-known point is that fresh turmeric has higher value than dried turmerics. When used fresh, the body absorbs it better. Growing turmeric is very simple. You only need a rhizome with a sprout. Place it in nutrient-rich soil. Keep the moisture consistent and put it in a shaded area. After a few months, the plant will grow strongly. This shows that a low-light garden is not only suitable for plants, it is also ideal for plants with long-term health value. 4. Ramps. Ramps are a plant that most gardeners have never grown, but in high-end restaurants, they are considered a very valuable seasonal ingredient. The price of ramps can reach $20 to $30 for a small bundle. In some cases, even higher. Ramps grow naturally in forests. They grow under large trees, where the light is low and the soil stays moist. This is an environment where most other plants cannot grow well. What makes ramps unique is their slow life cycle. From seed to harvest can take many years, but once established, they will return every year without replanting. This is a perennial plant. It spreads gradually over time. If managed properly, you can harvest consistently for many years without replanting. Ramps have been used for a very long time. Before modern agriculture developed, they were an important food source in the wild. This shows an important principle. Plants that grow slowly, in low competition environments, often have higher value, and a low-light garden is exactly the right place for plants like this. 5. Cardamom. Cardamom is one of the most valuable spices in the world, but very few people know that it is actually a shade-loving plant. In nature, this plant grows under tropical forest canopies. It does not need direct sunlight. Strong light can cause poor growth and reduce yield. The ideal environment for cardamom is nutrient-rich soil, high humidity, and indirect light. This is exactly the condition of a low-light garden. The value of cardamom is not only in its flavor. It has been used for thousands of years in many different cultures, from food to traditional medicine. An important point is that this plant can produce harvests for many years. Once established, it becomes a long-term source of spice without the need for constant replanting. In modern agriculture, plants like this receive little attention because they are difficult to mass produce. But in a personal garden, this becomes a major advantage. This shows that a low-light garden does not just grow plants. It can produce high-value products that many people never think about. 6. Groundnut. Groundnut is a plant that most gardeners have never heard of. But in the past, it was a very important food source. This plant naturally grows in moist, shaded environments. It is often found in forests or along riverbanks. These are places where light is not too strong, and the soil retains moisture well. The most valuable part of the plant is underground. It produces clusters of small tubers connected together. These tubers are edible and very nutritious. One special point is that the protein content of groundnut is much higher than that of potatoes. This made it an important food source in the past. This is a perennial plant. Once planted, it will continue to grow and spread over time. You do not need to replant it every year. In addition, the plant can improve the soil. It helps add natural nutrients to the surrounding environment. In modern agriculture, plants like this are almost ignored, not because they are not good, but because they are not suitable for mass production. But in a low-light garden, this becomes a very suitable option. It shows that there are high-value foods that have existed for a long time, but today, very few people know about them. 7. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are not plants, but they are one of the most suitable food sources for low-light environments. Unlike other plants, mushrooms do not need light to grow. They thrive in dark, moist, and cool conditions. These are exactly the conditions of a shaded garden. Mushrooms do not grow in soil in the usual way. They grow on wood, sawdust, or organic materials. This creates a completely different system compared to traditional plant cultivation. There are many types of mushrooms with high value. Some are used in cooking. Some are studied for their health benefits, especially related to the brain and nervous system. An important point is that mushrooms can produce a stable yield over a long period. When the environment is suitable, they can grow repeatedly without needing to be replanted from the beginning. In addition, mushrooms help improve soil quality. They break down organic materials and create a better environment for other plants. While many people ignore low-light areas, this is actually the ideal condition for growing mushrooms. This shows that not all food needs light. Some of the best sources of nutrition actually grow in the dark. 8. Wasabi. Wasabi is one of the most valuable plants on this list, but it is also one of the most difficult to grow. In nature, wasabi does not grow in direct sunlight. It develops in cool, moist, and shaded environments, usually near streams, where the temperature is stable and water is constantly flowing. Strong sunlight can kill the plant. High temperatures are also unsuitable. This makes wasabi very difficult to grow under normal conditions. The price of real wasabi can be very high, but what is more notable is that most products on the market are not real wasabi. Many products are just mixtures of other ingredients, colored to look like wasabi. Real wasabi only retains its flavor for a very short time after being used. This makes transportation and wide distribution difficult. That is why very few people have the chance to experience real wasabi. But if you have a cool, moist, and low-light area, you already have the conditions that this plant needs. This shows that the most valuable plants often require very specific conditions, and a low-light garden can provide exactly those conditions. 9. Pawpaw. Pawpaw is one of the least known plants on this list, but it is also one of the most unique. This is a fruit tree, but unlike familiar fruits, its fruit tastes like a combination of banana and mango. Soft, sweet, easy to eat. What makes it special is that you can almost never find this fruit on the market. When ripe, it only lasts for a very short time. This makes transportation difficult. Pawpaw naturally grows under forest canopies. When young, the plant needs shade to grow steadily. Strong sunlight can stress the plant. As it matures, the plant can tolerate more light, but an environment with indirect light is still the best condition. This is a perennial plant. Once established, it can produce fruit for many years without complicated care. In the past, pawpaw was widely used, but over time, it gradually became forgotten because it does not fit modern distribution systems. This makes pawpaw a rare plant, not because it does not exist, but because very few people grow it, and a low-light garden is exactly the right place to start. All of these plants have one thing in common. They do not need strong sunlight to grow. In nature, they come from forest environments, where light is filtered through multiple layers of trees, where the soil always retains moisture, and the temperature is more stable compared to open sunny areas. This explains why they are suited for low-light gardens, not because they tolerate harsh conditions, but because that is their natural environment. Meanwhile, modern agriculture follows a different direction. Most farming systems focus on plants that need a lot of sunlight, easy to grow on a large scale, easy to mechanize. As a result, plants that grow well in the shade are gradually overlooked, not because they lack value, but because they are not suitable for mass production. This creates a gap. A part of knowledge is lost. A group of plants receives little attention. But for a personal garden, this becomes an advantage. The part of your garden that you think is unusable is actually the perfect place for high-value, low-competition, and lesser-known plants. What matters is not how much sunlight you have. It is whether you understand what fits the conditions you have. When these plants are overlooked, we do not just lose planting options. We lose diversity. We lose different sources of nutrition. And more importantly, we lose knowledge that has existed for a very long time. Many of these plants were once staple foods, widely used in the wild. But as modern systems changed, they gradually disappeared from human habits, not because they are less valuable, but because they do not fit modern production and distribution systems. But this is changing. More and more people are beginning to rediscover these plants. Home gardeners, people interested in natural food, and even chefs looking for unique ingredients. They are bringing these plants back, not on a large scale, but on a small scale, in private gardens. This shows a clear trend. What was once forgotten is gradually being rediscovered, and your low-light garden can be part of that process. The modern world always tries to maximize light. More sunlight, more yield, more efficiency. But nature does not work that way. Not everything valuable exists under the light. Many important things grow in places that are often overlooked. Quiet places, stable places, low competition environments. A low-light garden is a clear example. It is not obvious, but when understood properly, it becomes a place that creates value many people miss. The question is not whether you have enough sunlight. It is whether you understand what fits the conditions you already have. When you change your perspective, you also change the way you garden. If you find this information useful, leave a comment below and share. Which plant surprised you the most? If you are interested in clean food, lesser-known plants, and natural knowledge that has been forgotten, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Together, we are rediscovering what the modern world has overlooked.